Welcome back to the Mom Life Podcast. If you saw our episode last week, we toyed around with switching things up and doing dad life, but ultimately we decided that could be something we'll do in the future in a serious way.
Yes.
And not such a fun way, because that was fun. But today we are here and we're recording on April 1st, which I think is really cool. It's the first day of the second quarter. It's the first day of the month. I personally love the first day of a new month because I feel like it provides just a fresh start, an opportunity to pause and reflect, and also to just make a plan and for what you're going to do next. And so that's what we're going to do here today. If you've been following along with us at all, we've done check-ins quarterly. We're doing them with the clients here at Pulse as well as with each other every time we start a new quarter. So this is the first time it's ever fallen on the first day of the month.
Yeah.
I know this will be out the second week of April, or the second Wednesday of April, but there's something kind of cool about doing it here today and knowing that we have, I don't know if it's exactly 90 days, but
pretty
90
darn close.
90-ish days to focus on something new, and then also gives us an opportunity to reflect on the first part of the year. But golly, I can't even believe it's April 1st and we're in 2026, and it's just
Whipping by.
It is going by really, 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 really fast. Before we get started with the check-in, though, I already forgot something that we were going to talk about. With the spring weather comes the opportunity for a 5K here locally, which we really don't have that many local 5Ks, so it's kind of exciting when we do. And there's an organization, the Highland Fire Department Auxiliary, has been putting on a 5K for the past several years. We are excited to support them. We provide the timing for that event, and it is on Saturday, May 2nd at Lindendale Park. So if you've wanted to run a 5K, or it's something that you like to do, and when the weather turns nice, this is a great opportunity to do so locally and support a good organization that stays right here in our community. And are you guys going to do it? I think
I will be... Where am I at that weekend? I am in Las Vegas that weekend. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. But I'll probably get a run in at some point, because I do like to run the strip when I'm in Las Vegas.
Morning. Just kidding.
We don't know. Whenever I'm in the mood. Whenever the mood strikes, I like to get a run, go down the strip. I've never actually done it at night, so this probably won't be the year either.
I will be running, but I will be in Augusta, Missouri. I'm doing a half marathon on that day, so
okay.
I will be running, but not in Highland.
Okay, and I will be at the event, and I will either be helping with timing or running, or maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think you should do both.
So that's the plan. So definitely mark your calendar if that's something that has been, if that's something you want to do, or for the first time, and it should be a great day. Anything else on that?
Nope, just get out, like I said, try to make this event grow a little bit each year. I've been out there the last couple of years. It's cool seeing the fire trucks out there. They have a huge flag and stuff at the start line. So get out there and, like I said, support a good cause.
Yep.
So should we dive into our quarterly check-in?
Dive in.
Yep. Quarter two check-in.
Quarter two.
Quarter one's in the books, so we're going to reflect on it, and then what are we going to do in quarter two?
Okay, let's go.
So,
Question number one,
ask yourself, what's your biggest win from Q1?
Jeff, you're first.
Oh, I'm first?
I don't know why. I just looked
That's
at you
fine.
and you're sitting there.
My biggest win is speaking of running, it just recently happened. Barely made quarter one, but it did. I am signed up for a long run coming in June, and I haven't done a long run for a couple years really, and this will be the first time in a couple years that I have all my runs written down on a board, and I'm being strategic about it thanks to Tina, who Coach T was asking me lots of really good questions as I prepare for this, and realized I was half-assing my training, and that's not what I want to do, and nor I really can't afford to half-ass this one because it's going to be a tough one. So I really needed to be focused, and she brought that to my attention. So everything's been planned, and I've been getting a lot better runs in, and it's actually brought more excitement to the event. Having all these planned, all my training runs written down and knowing what I'm going to do has actually made it more exciting and made the whole thing feel more real and just a lot more focused towards it versus like, oh yeah, I'm running and kind of willy-nilly, still running, but not really doing all the work. So it feels good to be putting in the full 100%. So that's my Q1 win.
And it's been nice and windy.
The weather's been fantastic. I mean, we've had some days of 92 degrees already in March, running on Old Trenton Road. Yes. Nothing but sunshine
Spring
and
weather,
wind.
30 degrees or 90. Like, there's really there's no in between. Winds south at 40.
Winds from both directions.
Friends from all directions.
As soon as I turn around, it's windy the other way. But nope, it's been good. So that's my Q1 biggest win from Q1. Josh.
Okay. So my biggest win is it's kind of a story of learning from the past and consistency. So my very first week of the year, I was on vacation and getting a run in and started having some really bad leg pains and it scared the hell out of me. What is going on? So I made it through. In the past, I would have gotten back to town, continued down that path, letting it hurt, just probably would have gotten to where I'm not even running anymore. But I got therapy, got exercises, worked through it, never stopped running, probably tapered back some. I did taper back some, slowed down, still got in the miles. Now I'm 4 weeks out from doing a half marathon. The pace is picking back up. The length is picking back up. Everything has cycled back around. Years before, or even a year before, like I said, I would have let that shut me down, and it would have gotten to the point where, I probably would have said to you guys, man, maybe I should go get this looked at. But this time, as soon as I got back to town, I took action, got it fixed, and it never shut me down.
Sweet.
And you never had to miss a run.
And I never missed a run.
You guys are both out there training and doing that, and I love watching that. Like, I don't really want to go on a 9-mile run in the wind, but when Jeff went yesterday, I was like, it's so exciting because, and like your long runs, like if anybody's ever trained for an event, the event is great and it brings an awesome feeling, but there's something that happens during training that is pretty undescribable. I don't know how to actually put it into words besides it just brings on an incredible feeling in your mind about what you're capable of. For me, it also brings on like just thoughts of like, wow, I could just like all these things that I could, that I could do or want to do and like feel completely capable of doing. And so I literally love watching that.
It just, you talking there just gave me chills. Yeah. You really learn a lot about yourself.
Yeah. And you have the time to do so.
To me, I like to think of it as it's a control thing. Like, I'm in total control of myself. I didn't need to be motivated by the huge crowd, by the day of the event. Didn't dictate whether it's Tuesday, it's hot, it's windy. I could stay home if I wanted to. Mm-hmm. It's 100% my decision at that point. When it's race day and all those things, you can will your way through it.
And that's easy event, because all the people are there. You're exactly right.
Expectations. So showing up for the race is super easy, but showing up for all the training, that's what's hard. And then that's like, to me, the most rewarding part when I get to the actual event and it goes well. I get to look back and it's like, it's because I did all the things leading up that I got to do this, and it felt really good.
Yeah, absolutely. My win is a little different. It's not to do with anything physical at all. It's actually to do with, for me, one of my big things going into 2026 was managing my time better. And one area that I identified pretty strongly, and I know there's going to be a lot of people who can relate to this, it's that little thing we carry around with us everywhere, in our pockets, in our hands, always next to us, our phones. So one of the things that I had been working on, and it's actually hard for me to believe because I started it in December, and so it's been going on for over 3 months now, which is pretty exciting because the thought of even working on time management with my phone was kind of overwhelming. Like, I didn't know where to start, how to do it, whatever. It seems like it shouldn't be that big a deal, but it was, because I would so for me, it would be like waking up, my phone's next to me on my nightstand, and before I'm even getting out of bed, I'm picking this thing up and I'm like checking something. And then what happens when we check one thing? We might check another thing. And before I know it, a certain amount of time has passed, and then I'm trying to get my day started, and I'm already stressed out. But I'm not stressed out because of anything that's actually happening that day. I'm stressed out because I think I see something that needs my attention, right? It's like this fire should I put this fire out now? Should I put it out later? Oh, I need to do this. Then these lists start going on in my head. So I had started doing a phone-free morning time. Like, I have a certain amount of time in the morning where I don't touch it, I don't look at it, I don't do anything on it. And it was shocking to me, number one, at first, waking up and like looking at it, like, oh, I can't touch you. Like, I would actually look at it and be like, because again, it was a very automatic reaction to just be like, oh, look at the time, look at this. Even though I'm wearing a watch, I could have just looked at my watch, but what's this? Oh, what's email? Oh, what's this? And so it was something that I started doing, and I dove in. Like, my initial goal was just 10 minutes, and that was fine. 10 minutes was great. That was actually easy. But what happened is I took it a step further over the past few months by doing it for a longer amount of time, and now it's like an hour at least. So let's say when I wake up, I look at my watch, whatever my watch says, I'm like, 1 hour, don't touch it. There's nothing on there. If anybody needed you, it'll ring, right? So like the actual communication part of it, I would get a note, if it was something important, I would get that notification. So this was just more about protecting some time in the morning to actually focus on things that I wanted to do that would help me start my day. And then what happened is I realized that I was able to do a whole bunch of stuff in the morning that made me feel really productive, and it also started my day with a win. So every time that I'm not waking up and I'm not actually touching it, and now I don't look at it anymore. I don't even want to. But waking up, it's starting my day with a win every day. Every day I can be like, okay, I did it again. And that feels really good to stack those days up. Now, I don't do it 7 days a week. Like, there's times on the weekends, like, I'll just be like, oh, it's, I'll check it or look at it or whatever. So this is not, just like we work with our clients, like, this was not an all or nothing thing. Like, it's not a failure if I, do that, but the goal, especially when I have bigger priorities for my day, which is to get out the door, get to work, get my kids off to school, all those things, was to not have my time and my attention stolen from literally nothing that needed my attention at the moment. So,
good
sorry,
for you.
it's a very
that's
big,
awesome.
it's very long, but
Yeah.
I wanted to explain how it came about and what it's helped me do. Like, it's kind of rolled over into, over into not using it as much in other parts of the day too, unintentionally. And this is not about a total amount of time on my phone. It's not about the screen time or anything like that. It's just about starting it with that protected time where I know that it's not, my attention doesn't need that. And so it feels good to focus on my other things. I'll say crazy
I like
things.
it.
Well, good for you, because that's a hard one to break.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I know I use my phone a little more than I like. Thankfully, I wake up and like a shotgun goes off. Like, I am so short on time, or my phone doesn't even. I don't even have the time to, because I gotta get up so early, either 4:30 in the morning or when the kids are. It's like, we've got to go. So there's no time for my phone, thankfully. But I could see if I didn't have to be in such a hurry, I would easily grab it.
And I think there's an opportunity to look for those things, like, even if it's like maybe when you get home from work and you're just kind of like maybe zoned out from the day, and maybe you sit down, like you find yourself sitting down, and then like that's the immediate response, like going to that. So again, it's really not about the time of day. I think it's just about just the intentionality behind looking at, like, if I'm worried about time management or being stressed out, looking at that at my day and being like, where was it starting? And for me, I could say it was starting
Yeah.
right there. So
Where's
it's a
that
perfect
thing?
opportunity.
Where's that thing stealing your time
Yes, exactly.
that you're short on? Because we're all
Exactly.
short on it.
Yes.
Oh, good. Question number 2. It's kind of a, I guess it's a question.
Yes.
Fill in the blank. I have a problem with ... Finish that statement. I have a problem with...
Oh, we can do it. I thought we were all going to go through this, right?
Yeah, well, we're all going to answer this
So
question.
if you're following along at home, this would be a good time to just pause it and grab a piece of paper. This is really quick, but I think writing it down is going to bring a lot more clarity to what we're trying to get to the bottom of here. So,
Writing
start or
helps
I can
slow
start?
things down. Ironically. I'll start.
It doesn't matter.
I have a problem with eating my kids' food. This is something I've recently identified.
Are they starving? I'm just kidding. Sorry. I know what you mean.
I don't eat the kids' food instead of them getting it. I don't take it from them.
If they leave it on their plate.
They've been
Only if
leaving
they're
stuff
bad.
on their plate. I've noticed that I've been grabbing some of it and finishing it, and I'm not. It's like one of those things I didn't even notice was really happening to me, but kind of been picking up on it here lately. So, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Tina, what's yours?
I have a problem with slowing down.
Oh, am I going?
Mm-hmm.
Stay with me here. I got a little winded.
That's okay.
I have a problem with overscheduling my to-do list and never being satisfied with what I've accomplished.
Okay. So now we take our problems, and how does that, when you read that, how does it make you feel? Oh, me. It really doesn't make me feel good, that's for sure. Like, it's kind of a disappointment in myself when I read that. It's like, why are you letting yourself do this? Kind of, that would be the first kind of thing that comes to mind. It's like, why is this happening to you? Like, you should know better, and more of a, I should know better. How about you?
When I read mine, it makes me feel kind of silly. This is a thought that's been in my head for more than several months, and it makes me feel silly to think that one of the things I talked about with my phone was just like time management and like craving time to slow down, but then actually having the time to slow down created a new feeling that I wasn't quite prepared to deal with. Because when you slow down time, or you become more efficient at the time that you do have, filling that time, I want to fill the time. Like it's my automatic response that, oh, you slowed down, this is getting better, you should fill your time. So
Got it. Josh, how does yours make you feel when you read it?
The first thing is when you read it out loud, it almost sounds ridiculous because we're all busy. We all have a long to-do list, but I'm doing the things like why can't you just be satisfied with what you've accomplished? Because there's always going to be a list of things to do.
Yeah. So when we do these word games with clients and stuff, or with ourselves, we always want to look, where can we change the story? So everything that we write is just a story. What words in the story can we change to make the feeling change? And we're going to change problem in the sentence to opportunity. So Josh, you have an opportunity, so go ahead and read it by changing the words. So you should rewrite the whole sentence.
I'm taking out what?
You're going to take out problem, and you're going to turn that into opportunity.
Okay.
And then reread your sentence.
All right. I have an opportunity with overscheduling my to-do list and never being satisfied with what I've accomplished.
And you may need to change some of the words to
Yeah.
make a little more sense.
Sure.
You have an opportunity to learn
Yeah.
how to manage your schedule and give yourself a little credit.
Yeah.
So you may need to change this one doesn't work.
Yeah. I didn't play the game right, but
It's okay.
no, but you are playing it
You're
right.
playing it right.
We just need to play with the
Play with the words a little.
your words more.
yeah.
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 So we just got to change a few more words.
Sure.
But, if you read it like that, how would that feel?
Oh, it turns that much more positively. Like, you can look at your accomplishments a whole lot more than the to-do list. That's not the things that aren't done. You're seeing the things that are done.
So that's good. Tina?
I have an opportunity to slow down. So
How does that feel?
it feels good because I do have an opportunity to slow down. It's not a problem. It's an opportunity, and that's changes a lot. And if I walk around saying I have a problem all the time, it starts to feel negative. An opportunity feels much more positive.
Sure does. I have an opportunity to throw my kids' food away. Which to me
You
just...
taught us how to throw food
I know.
away.
I throw food.
Well, but he's throwing away, if it sucks, don't eat it.
I know.
This-
I'm just kidding.
and
It's a little bit different.
And mine's not even about waste of food or anything. It's just like, oh, that's still, like, it might be leftover steak. And it's like, oh, I love steak, so they got a little leftover. I'm going to finish it. I might not even eat all of it. I'll still throw some of it away, but I have the opportunity to eat my portion and move on. And throw things away. I tell people to do it all the time.
I think that is something that a lot of, hearing you say that, like, I know that I've done that before.
Absolutely.
With my kids' food. I know that I've heard moms talk about that, something that they do, like when we're talking about nutrition, they're just like, well, what'd you eat today? It's like, well, I ate my lunch, but then my kids didn't eat, so I found myself eating off of their plate, so it's something that is.
Yeah. So like I said, I look forward to, now it's, a little bit of a challenge to me, to just like, I've had my portion. I'm good. And I'm just going to throw it in the trash. So, which will feel good too. Because I never, like I said, it's one of those things I didn't notice I was even doing it. And then it's kind of just snuck up on me. I don't even know what I was eating or where it clicked. I was like, yeah, you've done this a few times here lately. Like, that's not a good habit to have. So, moving on from it.
Okay.
And it feels good.
Okay.
Question number 3 for our quarterly check-in. What would you do differently over the next, or what would you like to do differently over the next 90 days? Tina, you get to go first.
Okay, I get to go first. And I'm actually taking, this word game that we just did, I'm kind of taking the word game and using this next question to use it to create some action and to create further reflection on it. So my opportunity to slow down over the next 90 days is now I've worked on this time management. I've worked on finding more open space in my days, seeing that I do have time. And now I wanted to, over the next 90 days, use that time. And not that I'm trying to fill it, but looking at the things that I've said that I've wanted to do or I would like to do, and then like picking 1 or 2 things and actually putting it into action. So for example, I've already thought about what some of these things are, and one of them is reading. And one thing that I discovered in the first quarter, I didn't put this as a win, is I actually read a book in the first quarter of 2026.
Hey, good
I've
job.
wanted to read a book for, I don't know, years. And you know why I'd never read the book? Because I was picking books I didn't really want to read. I thought I should want to read them. They were about personal development or they were about business, and I thought that's what I should be reading. I actually really enjoyed reading a really. I'm not gonna describe it. But to me, it was kind. And someone even said that to me. They're like, Tina, this is a mindless read, and I'm like, I really like mindless reading. So, looking for books that I actually will sit down and enjoy reading, and that when I have that open space in my day, I'm not looking to fill it with another activity or event or work or something that I should be doing, but actually filling time with things that I enjoy doing and that actually don't create any emotion besides maybe relaxation or winding down, or that I truly enjoy what I'm doing. And I know for moms, that is something that I probably never pictured myself sitting here saying this today, because I've never actually taken the time to do that. And I know that when I'm working with the moms that I'm working with, a lot of a conversation, and we've done the should detox before, is we're talking about these things that we should want to do because we think that they're the things that are going to get us further along. And what I found over these past few months is that slowing down, I've actually improved many things that are important to me. And so now I want to continue to look for ways to improve things that are important to me, not the things that I think I should want to do because somebody out in I'll just blame, I'm not going to blame social media, but I'm going to throw like social media out there as an example of, oh, I should do this, I should do this, I should do this, because that's where I'm seeing most of my ideas from. It's like, oh, ding, and then your mind runs towards it. And so I want to just take a step back from that and actually just focus on the things that actually make me feel good and be more productive doing that.
That's a hard one for people to do. So finding things that they enjoy and dedicating time to do it can be really hard for a lot of people. So that's going to be a topic we're going to talk about. I just wrote it down.
Okay, great.
Josh.
Am I going?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to go back to my to-do list that I talked about, that I have an opportunity, and I've already started this, but this is going to be one of my focuses for this quarter, is numbering the items of importance on my to-do list. So it always just seems like I will take this list of all these things you need to do, and a lot of times it might be the easiest, and I'll start doing, and then those things that you don't really want to do, like, may never get done. And so now I'm going to number them and work through them, and when I get to it, it's just time to do it. And whether it sucks and I don't want to do it, it's going to hit time and I got to do it.
Good. What I want to do differently over the next 90 days, I have a lot. This is probably the most travel in 90 days that I've ever done or going to do.
Is he going to be here at all?
Jeff, who?
Yeah, no shit. So generally speaking, when I travel, I don't put a whole lot of thought and effort into my food or really health for that matter, to be honest with you. Like, I usually get some movement in and stuff, but the amount of time that I'm going to be gone, I'm going to need to. I want to make it more intentional while I'm gone, like, to make sure, I do take time, like, finding fruits, and that would be something that's like, I'm on vacation, it's a couple days, I'll be fine if I skip out on fruit a little bit or skip out on some things. So I'm going to have to be a lot more intentional, like when I do grab food, that I make sure that I get certain items on my plate, because like I said, in April I'm gone 4 out of 5 weekends, and then I'm gone again in like June. So just way more travel than I'm used to or have ever done. So this much back to back, I'm going to learn what it's like to live on the road, I guess, a little bit. So, well, I look forward to it. I'm going to have to be a lot more intentional about, just that much time in the airport. Like, normally if I go to the airport once a quarter, it's like no big deal. I'll just grab something while I'm there. They usually have something that I wouldn't normally have, but I'm not going to do that 5 weekends in a row or whatever. So, figuring out like, okay, I'm going to eat before I go. Just being a lot more methodical about my travel. So I look forward to the challenge of it, honestly. So that's what I got.
Yeah, you do have a busy 30 days.
I do. So starting next week.
Okay.
Well, starting in 2 days from this podcast.
Yes.
And see you guys later.
Okay. So that takes us to the end of our second quarter check-in. Those are our 3 questions. Yep. And as always, want you to play along and go through this. Go through these questions, especially either with another person or even in a small group like this. It's the action that just sitting here and like talking to Jeff and Josh that I even feel about what I'm doing, just speaking it into existence, which I've learned I'm really good at. This week I learned how to speak something into existence. So I'm just hoping that us speaking into existence our goals over the next 90 days actually helps us to follow through on them. Plus we get to check in with each other, and they can ask me and I can ask them, hey, how are things going? So I highly advise doing this with somebody, especially somebody that can hold you accountable. And trusted friend or your spouse or whatever.
Yep. And for all our members, get ready for your quarter 2 check-in.
Yeah, you just got a sneak preview.